and I want to talk to you about music culture in Portland, Oregon. It looks like the screen cut off a little bit of my title. But anyway, first, maybe you need to know a little bit about Portland, and that's mostly about like its size. It has a population of 603,106, and there's 141 active bands from Portland, at least from what I could find. And by active, I mean like they're recording, they're performing, and this includes the Portland Symphony. So like, not all of it is like crazy punk rock and all that shenanigans. Originally, Portland was put on the musical map because of the Kingsmen in 1963. Does anybody know who Kingsmen is? No? Have you guys ever heard of that song, Louie Louie? Oh my goodness, what? Your parents like need to teach you some music.
Like go to a basketball game, right?
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so the music genres I want to talk to you about are punk rock, blues, jazz, and indie, because those are the most prominent in Portland. And a quick little reference about indie is it's not necessarily a music genre, it just means independent musician, just like how there's a lot here in Albuquerque. They're not signed to a record label, they make their own CDs, they pay for their own recording studio time. So first is blues and jazz. There is a Waterfront Blues Festival. It's every 4th of July weekend in downtown Waterfront Park. It started in 1987 and it is the largest blues festival west of the Mississippi. So that makes it the second biggest in the United States. It's 5 days of music, over 100 different acts, and there's these things called midnight blues cruises. And I mean, I'm pretty sure that's self-explanatory. And it spreads the music all over town instead of just staying in Waterfront Park. And not only do you get to enjoy like good music if you like blues, it also benefits the Oregon Food Bank. Next is the Portland Jazz Festival. It celebrates Black History Month. It's 2 weeks every February, and this year was the 75th festival, so it's called Blue Note at 75. It presents internationally recognized artists alongside your local musicians, so not only do you get to see big names, but you get to see the typical people that you see walking down the street. It also benefits Oregon. It includes education and outreach programs in Portland schools and neighborhoods. And because of this, there's also some free performances. With jazz, I wanted to talk about Esperanza Spalding. I think she's kind of like the crown jewel of Portland right now. She's got 3 Grammys, and in 2011 she won Best New Artist over Justin Bieber. And that being said, a Justin Bieber fan went and like trashed her Wikipedia article, and it was really funny because, I mean, among other things, she was like, "Who the heck are you?" She has a Grammy in 2013 for Best Vocal Album, and she shares a Grammy with her mentor, trumpeter Thera Memory. It was the 2013 Roses Grammy win for Best Instrumental Arrangement accompanying vocals. Next, I want to talk about punk rock and indie. Punk rock started to boom in the late 70s. That's around the same time that they had the big punk rock boom in Seattle. And at the top was this band called the Wipers, and it said that they influenced bands from Nirvana to No Age. There's this guy named David Carboy from a band called Sato Nation, and he said he was walking down the street in Portland and he saw a group of punks with like their new leather jackets, their ripped up jeans, their spiky hair, and he pointed at them and called them Seattle punks. And then on the other side of the street were these 2 girls in pajamas and pointed at them and called them Portland punks. For indie, there's some bands called like the Decemberists. Stephen Colbert called them hyper-literate prog rock. There's Viva Voce, the Thermals, arguably Modest Mouse. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of Modest Mouse. You have. Because their frontman Isaac Brock lives there. Also arguably She and Him, because the Him lives in Portland. A bunch of other bands also moved to Portland. There's Death Cab for Cutie guitarist and producer, and there's been people like the Red Hot Chili Peppers and My Chemical Romance going and checking out like real estate in Portland. And so it kind of makes you wonder like why all these big bands and all these musicians like can come out of Portland. And it's technically because Portland has no distinctive sound or scene. It's not like, you know, like LA has all like the fashion people. Portland's just Portland. And on an article I read, they say that you could probably ask a musician that moved here and like why they moved here. And they say, we came through on tour and thought it was awesome. So we just moved here. I wanted to make a little side note about how there's a bunch of references to Oregon and a bunch of different songs. Like, there's a song called Portland, Oregon from 2004 by Loretta Lynn and Jack White from the White Stripes. And in conclusion, I just wanted to say that the music can be found everywhere. All you have to do is walk down the street and open your ears. They have areas just like in Hollywood, you can find all the musicians, but you have to go through hipster way. Thank you.